What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the Ricky Dink Podcast with your host, Superfly, Johnny Lee, Season 2, Episode 1, Eric Leviathan, and to my left, we had the man himself from Self-Made Records. We have Eric Leviathan.
Sleep and breathe metal.
So Eric, explain to the good people what your new album's all about.
I think a lot of people have this album misunderstood. The name of the album is Make Assassinations Great Again, and in no way am I telling anybody to go kill anybody. Basically, the album is not just about one man. It is about many governments as a whole, not just the United States. We have this guy over in Russia threatening to nuke our planet because he wants a piece of land that doesn't even belong to him or really anybody at that. I don't really feel comfortable with mentally ill people in control of launch codes, bro. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
the name of the album is meant to capture your attention. And from the reviews and the streams and the record sales that I have, I think I've done that. I think I've captured attention. And, I've got a lot of death threats. I wake up every morning with a death threat. So, obviously I'm doing something right. But I do want to say that by no means am I telling anybody to go commit acts of violence against political figures. And I don't really have a problem with the people who voted for anybody. My problem is definitely not with the people. My problem is with the government who continues to lie to everyone, including me. We are lied to daily on every media news outlet. We are told what we want to hear so people can win elections. I spent a long time in different places, and I understand when someone's lying to me and telling me what I want to hear, so I will do what they want me to do. And basically, I would like other people to be able to understand that as well, because there's a lot of people out there, and I'm not calling people dumb or anything like that. It's not your fault that you fell for lies. At the end of the day, everybody in that office is a fucking liar.
Yeah.
Nobody has your best interest at heart. The only wallets that they care about are their own. And I'm getting sick and tired of struggling just to feed my kid. I'm getting sick and tired of minimum wage not equating the cost of living. You know what I mean? And I'm sure everybody out there is tired of being lied to, tired of struggling, and tired of just trying to make ends meet. You know what I mean? So my solution, I don't have all the answers for everything, but I do know this. The one simple solution is if your leaders are not leading you correctly, then get rid of them and replace them. You know what I mean? Replace them with people who actually care about humanity, who want to see this planet thrive, who want to see their children and our children make a better future and make a better world. You can't do that with people who are stuck in the 50s and 60s wanting to make this country work like it did back then. That's a great idea, maybe. But it can't happen. We've come too far. There's too many things in place. We've evolved as a species. I'd like to think that we've evolved as a species to be civilized with each other. But unfortunately, those in power, they want you to hate me. They want me to hate you. They want us to have race wars. Dude, there's no such thing as the black and white race war anymore. Maybe to us, the civilians, but at the end of the day, it's about rich people and poor people. And that's all that they fucking care about. I mean, I don't know how I can explain it any more than that with this album.
Exactly.
So stop sending me death threats, people. You know what I mean? If you don't like me and you want to see me, just fucking tell me you want to fight me. I'll meet up with you. But at the end of the day, my problem ain't with you unless you want one.
It's kind of stupid that they're even doing death threats just because politics.
Yeah, man, they wanna threaten me over somebody who doesn't even know they fucking exist, bro. You know what I mean?
Which is kind of problem because they're fighting blindly for someone who don't even know that they're there.
Someone who doesn't even care about them.
You mentioned race war. That sounds familiar because Charles Manson, when he began his thing, he was trying to incite a race war himself.
Yeah.
The Helter Skelter thing with the Beatles.
Yeah.
That's pretty much similar to it because he wanted to be the man that leads this race war to happen and be the leader like these crazies that are out there right now doing everything. They're blindly following the president, and they don't even realize the president's not the one side charge. He's just puppet.
Oh yeah, man. I know, just like anybody else knows. Back in the day, I've never seen a president with so much power to be able to come out and do what this man is doing. And I honestly don't think that everything that he is doing is by his own conviction. I do think he is dare I say it? Yeah, I do dare I say it. I think he's a piece of shit. I mean, he's been accused of raping a 14-year-old girl and throwing $400 at her to go get an abortion. I don't like him as a person, but I do not think that he is the only one pulling these moves. I think that there's somebody bigger and badder behind him telling him to do what he's doing. So we're all distracted and we're all fighting over him. We're all fighting against each other. What needs to happen is, regardless of our differences, everybody's got a right to exist. I don't care if you're LGBTQ+, we support that community. I don't care if you're black, white, indifferent, whatever you are. If you're a goddamn human being, we need to care about each other. We need to unite. I'm not saying we need to commit acts of violence, but I'm saying we need to figure out a way that we can get Congress's attention and say that we are not happy. We are tired of being led by oppressors. We are not happy. We are the people. This is America, and the Constitution is the law of the land. Anything outside of that Constitution is not the fucking law, and we need people who will adhere to the Constitution by the letter for letter.
They don't understand that the Constitution has been around since 1776, and that there's powers that be that's trying to alter what we already had, trying to change what the amendment says. That should tell y'all, that should have showed red flags that America is no longer being for the people. It's now some mysterious leader that's hiding behind the scenes, using puppets, aka the media, the presidents. They're trying to distract you from what they're really doing. And y'all need to stop doing death threats because we're all human beings. And the American people is supposed to be all about America. Not about this puppet, not about the fascist leaders that's hiding behind the puppet themselves. You're supposed to be all about protecting each other. If we don't protect each other, then our constitutional rights will get taken.
And I keep hearing these people, they keep talking about they want to take our guns, And you know what? Some people do want to take your guns. They want to take them so you can't defend yourself.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you, I have been in places where I've seen people get killed with shampoo bottles. A gun is not necessarily bad. You know what I mean?
Also, people get killed with bare hands.
Yeah. If somebody, here's the thing, you can eliminate all the weapons in the world,
and there's still going to be a way to find.
Somebody's going to find a way because that's human nature. That's just what it is. But, I can't say this anymore. Your differences are not what should make us fight each other. We shouldn't even be fighting with each other anyway. Everybody's got a different idea of what a good world will be. My idea of what a good world is where world leaders who have a problem with each other, if they want to fight, they go get in the fucking ring and duke it out themselves. And whoever wins, or they can fucking play a game of chess and win the war that way. Best out of 3. You know what I mean? Nobody dies. Everybody gets what they want. Everybody lives by an honor code. You do what you say. You're a man or a woman of your word. You say something, you make a deal. That's what it is. Make minimum wage equate the cost of living. Stop trying to fucking take every cent in the world and put it in this big-ass bank because you can't take it with you when you leave, bro. At the end of the day, this is what we know, and we were just talking about this, Johnny.
Exactly.
Fucking, we are born and we die. Regardless of your faith, let's go on facts here. We are born and we die. In between that, we have an opportunity to live this life to the best way we can. It is a fucking gift. It is a gift, and it is precious because we only get it once.
Exactly.
Stop fucking with people and these leaders who are threatening to nuke our planet if they ever see this, which I doubt they will. But stop trying to fucking kill everybody because you want your fucking way. This ain't fucking Burger King. Be happy with what you got, man.
You know, they got the balls like George Washington did. George Washington used to fight alongside his soldiers.
That's what I'm saying. The leaders need to go out there and start leading. You can't fucking send innocent fucking people out there to die for your cause, man.
Like, somewhere along the lines, presidents stopped being able to be men and fight alongside their troops. Because George Washington, he was a general before he was president. And even after he became president, he was still fighting on the front lines with his soldiers. Even if it meant that he could be killed at any time, he was still out there front and center. Didn't even care because there was no Secret Service back then. Back then, nobody was trying to protect the president. He had balls of steel. And then sometime later is when we got that whole Secret Service being paid for by the people.
Yeah. You know, and that's another thing. People are screaming about where their tax dollars are going. And I understand. I'd be upset, too. I am a little upset if my tax dollars are funding wars and everything. But, you know, at the end of the day, you don't know where your money's going. They're taking it. They're taking it and doing what they want with it. You know, some people are upset about LGBTQ people because some of these people require some medical things that require insurance, and they're like, we're not going to pay for that. Look, you're probably not paying for it. You're probably paying for somebody to go hand some little kid in Africa a fucking AR-14 to go take some people out. You know, that's probably what you're paying for. And that's another thing, man. Everybody has a right to exist. I don't care who you are. Unless you're a freaking pedophile or a piece of shit, everybody has a right to exist without fear. And all day, every day, you know, I have to be on social media. It's part of my job. It's part of what I do, you know.
Exactly.
All I see is all this fucking hate, bro. I made a post today saying that we stand with the LGBTQ community. One of my friends says, who's we? I said, everybody in my camp, homeboy. I start getting death threats. Fucking like, what, bro?
All because of that?
He's like, why are you so afraid of people who like... Look, man, I'm not gay. I like women, and I said this on my post. If you come from Mars and have a pussy like body count says, I will probably fuck you if I was single, but I'm not single.
Hey,
so
Martians could be hot.
Yeah, Martians can be hot, but at the end of the day, man, like, it's not your thing. Don't do it. Just keep it fucking moving, bro.
I mean, all they gotta do is just shut their mouth and not spew hate.
Yeah, I feel like I'm spouting common sense here. Like, this is basic rules for living. Why? I shouldn't even have to say these things, bro. This album shouldn't have even had to have been made. By the way, let's show people the cover real quick.
This right here is the cover of the newest album. It'll show up on there here in a minute.
Yeah. But, I mean, like... I don't know, man. I just want a world where my daughter doesn't have to worry about...
Fuck pedophiles.
Yeah, that too. You know what I mean? But, you know, more important, and I know that sounds crazy coming from me, more important than that, you know, the laws that are being passed are making it so women who are having problems during pregnancy have to go septic and die while a doctor sits there and watches it happen, because if the doctor operates, he goes to jail. These are the laws that are being passed. And if you have children, if you have kids at all, you might want to start caring. You know, just start caring about people. I know we're all desensitized, and you wouldn't think this coming from me, from the personality that I give you online and everything that I do in my music. I do believe everything that I put into my music. It makes me very angry. Nobody should like what I have to say. But at the end of the day...
Oh, wait. Amanda Bayer said, if a Martian wants you, I wouldn't consider it cheating.
What? Martin wanted...
If a Martian wanted you.
Oh, if a Martian wanted me, she wouldn't consider it cheating? Hell nah, bro. We'd have fun.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because the alien, I mean, how many chances would you get to be with a fucking alien?
Yeah.
It'd be an experience.
That's an experience, bro. But, you know, at the end of the day, dude, I think a lot of you have me wrong. I just want to live in a world where people don't have to worry about if some asshole fucking rapes them and they get pregnant, that they won't be able to get the treatment that they need, or if there's something going wrong in a pregnancy that they won't be able to get the operation they need because of a law. Or how about the fact that if we say something that somebody doesn't like, we might end up going to jail. You know, as it stands right now, and this is the absolute truth, as it stands right now, this album that I've made that everybody keeps telling me that I should go to jail for, I haven't committed any crimes. I haven't broken any laws. It's freedom of
speech as well.
It's freedom of speech. And I'm not telling anybody to go kill anybody. I'm not inciting any of that. But if Project 2025 comes in, people like me are going to be executed in public. I don't want to live in a world like that. I want to live in a world where freedom exists. I want to live in a world with simple laws, man. Don't steal from people. Don't kill people. Don't rape people. Be a fucking good human being. And if you're incapable of doing that shit, you got a punishment coming. You know, you go to prison, whatever happens. But at the end of the day, everybody just fucking needs to be decent to each other.
I also think that the media, they're so blindly following it that they cannot see that they're being distracted from the real issues. Because the media's job isn't to give you news. It's to make sure that you further and further get torn apart from each other. To make y'all want to tear each other's throats out and consider death and violence instead of actually doing anything good. If y'all notice, if y'all go and watch y'all's news stations, you're not going to see nothing good. What you're going to see is bullshit.
Did you know that Fox News now has to put a disclaimer underneath that says for entertainment purposes only because of all the fucking bullshit? Yep. That's another thing, man. Can we get a fucking reliable news source that just tells the truth? Can we get that? Because at the end of the day, fuck, I don't even know if I'm being lied to. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that this motherfucker takes office and does everything he says he was going to do and makes this country great.
Exactly.
You know, I really fucking hope that. I'm not hoping that we go into this downward spiral of insanity that I see coming. You think anybody really wants that? No. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we don't know what the fuck we're being told. All we know is what we're told by so many sources, and it's so much shit to fucking shift through, bro.
Exactly. And I feel like that's being used to make the American people hate each other's guts, the entire world. There's a lot of sheep that would rather listen to the lies instead of see the truth.
In fact, there's a song on that album about that. It's called Click Hate. It's all about false media information.
Exactly.
There's a song on this album for almost every political issue. And, you know, if you're watching right now and you have any questions, you can go ahead and call in. If you don't like me and you just want to talk shit to me, I mean, I'll gladly hear you out. You know what I mean? What's the number, brother?
It is 859-684-3595, I mean.
Shit. If you call in and you tell me one good thing that these politicians have done for you personally or for anybody else, I might even just remove his face from the album and put mine on there for being a dumbass. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong and I step on my dick.
Exactly.
And I'll give you a free CD.
Plus, it's the truth about the media, because the media, they was never going to be truthful to you, because the media's job has never been about telling the truth. Maybe back then, before it finally started being nothing but lies, they were telling the truth. But now, ever since we hit the 2000s, they've been gradually growing in misinformation to distract you, because if you notice, since 2016, we ain't actually had candidates that could be president. That's because now they're openly mocking you. They're choosing people that they know aren't fit to be president, because they're basically telling you, y'all can't tell us what to do. We'll make any puppet that we want be our president. And you people's vote means nothing to us.
Yeah, we don't even know if the votes even matter. I mean, take a look at what transpired. Elon Musk, our new president, and his Mrs. Trump, Elon Musk said in an interview, I was watching this, and he said, I don't trust computers. I know too much about computers, and all you have to do is change one thing, and you can rig a race. Okay, well, all of a sudden, Kamala Harris's swing votes drop, and all these other states that were going blue turn red.
Yep.
And he's giving away $1 million to people who vote. Hold up. Hey, John Watson, what up, brother? He just bought one of my CDs and a shirt.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. You know what I mean? But, like, with Elon Musk talking about how you can rig elections by knowing computers, and then all of a sudden he is in the presidency, basically sitting there side by side with Trump, and what more do you need? People don't just come outright and tell you that they've done something, but if you listen to people talk, you can tell when they have admitted something. And I will tell you right now, if you go on YouTube and you watch that video and you hear it directly from his mouth, you will understand that we've all been, I won't say duped. We all got ripped off, bro.
Exactly.
We got ripped off. That's what happened.
And people don't understand that the president's a puppet. They want someone that they can make us think that is our president. But he's not a leader. He was never the leader. None of them would have been the leader. In fact, you go as far back as 2016, you realize there's a reason why you ain't seen any leadership from any of these presidents. It's because they're openly mocking you.
Yeah, no, this is the universe's favorite TV show, bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Because the Freemasons, I will stand by this. It feels like there's a higher leader that's been running this country this whole time. Ever since they put their boy inside office and they allowed them to gain more power, now they're the ones that's running the show. And there's people that's sheep that don't want to see it because they're afraid to see the truth. To them, they would rather live in blissful ignorance than to open their eyes and realize, I'm being tricked. I'm being duped. I'm being made a fool of by this country that's supposed to be all about us.
See, and that's another thing, like we were talking about earlier. If you can make somebody believe in something, and you make them believe in it wholeheartedly, you can make them do whatever the hell you want them to do. And anybody who comes along and tries to shake that faith, they're the devil, bro.
Yep.
If they try and spit common sense and they try and show you a better way, they're the devil. I'm the devil right now. I promise you, in somebody's eyes, I am the fucking devil.
Them wish you death threats, though.
Yeah.
They don't understand that they're being manipulated into doing that. They're being manipulated by a true manipulator into wishing you death threats because they've been told, they've been made to believe that violence is the answer.
Well, don't get it wrong, brother. I am willing to die for everything I believe in, but I don't want to. Exactly. You know what I mean? I don't want to. But don't come at me fucking crazy because I have been to places and I will stab you in your fucking face.
And they're fucking stupid because, I saw that post earlier today. But it's kind of stupid that people allow themselves to be manipulated because it starts to show you America's not America no more.
Nah, bro, we're not even united.
It feels like the ones that's been in charge this whole time, they bided their time, and when they saw it, they divided us completely. They severed that whole unitedness because to them, America is just a stomping ground.
Yes, sir. Let me say what's up to my brother Matt. FEG Arts. He's a cool motherfucker. We used to work together back in the day on some of my earlier albums.
Heck yeah.
Cool people, man.
But that's basically what it feels like. It feels like America never was going to be united because we had this higher power that was climbing its way up to the top in secret, away from everyone. Because if you notice, the last good president we had was in the 80s.
Yeah,
and then we started a gradual decline.
I believe the last good president we had, even though Kennedy was assassinated and we also had an assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan, I still want to take it a step further back to Jimmy Carter. I feel like Jimmy Carter was our last real good president. And I don't think anybody that's in that office right now can replace him. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And rest in peace. He just passed away.
He did. Rest in peace to him. And he lived a long time.
Oh,
100-something years old.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of figured that he was going to pass away because the last time we saw him, he looked like he was in worse condition. He looked like he may not see the new year. And that's what happened.
You know, it's funny. I was walking to the store the other day. It's like right down the street from where I live. And there's a guy who has this, he's got the American flag outside, and then he's got this big-ass flag that says Trump was right about everything. And I just looked at it, and I was in a bad mood that day. Normally, I keep this shit to myself. He wasn't out there. I just screamed, Trump wasn't right about shit. And I kept on walking. Well, I walked back, and he took his Trump flag down, and he said, yeah, I know. Like, you know, you got your own supporters turning on you because, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're right, brother. I don't think it's just him. There's people behind him pulling the strings that want this, that want whatever their agenda is. Now, I don't know their agenda because I'm not them. I don't know.
I don't think any of us know their agenda because if you think about it, their agenda is involved nothing but tearing America apart from within, causing chaos, violence, and manipulation. Because that's how they're controlling everyone. Because if the people are living in blissful ignorance, they're not going to fight for themselves. Because they're letting these people manipulate them from the inside.
Well, what I think it is, and this is just my my thought process. I'm not saying it's an actual fact, but I know, like, I spent 16 years in prison. I wasn't really out here to see what was happening. So I've asked a lot of people because I'm wondering what the fuck's going on, bro. Well, this is like a big-ass culture shock. It's like I stepped into a time machine, got out, and everything went fucking nuts. Well, while I was in prison doing the things that I needed to do to make sure I got out and all that good shit, I wasn't being programmed. I wasn't here to get desensitized to everything. I wasn't here to get complacent with the fact that I had no power to do anything. People out here got complacent, and they got okay with being led around because that's what they thought was that's what they thought life was. You know what I mean? They didn't think that, well, maybe if I stand up or maybe if I talk to other people who think like me and we can stand up and write some petitions or do whatever to get somebody's attention. Well, when I came out, I didn't have that problem. I am a very confrontational person when it comes to corruption. And even in prison, bro, I was always, this ain't fucking right. Even, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit that goes on in there. So when I got out, I took my same stance because I've always been somebody that my family taught me a long time ago. Think for yourself, stand on your own 2 feet. That's what I've done my whole life. May not have always got me in great places, but I'm still me. So I take a look at the world and I'm like, no, I'm an artist. I put all my anger into my music, you know what I mean? But I'm looking at the world and I'm just like, this ain't the way it's supposed to be. You know, this ain't right. Exactly. And I know I sound like a bleeding heart or whatever. Maybe I am because I do care about humanity. I do. I really fucking do. And that's why I'm so angry. Exactly. Because it's not fucking right, bro. Exactly. We need an overhaul. And I'm calling on people who believe like I do and think like I do. Not to do anything violent, but I'm calling on people. If you think like me, hit me up. Let's figure out how to get some petitions to Congress. Let's figure out what we can do without causing a bunch of chaos and violence because that's what they want. They want us to lose our minds and they want us to go out in the streets and riot because when we do that, they can say this is why we do what we do. It's simple prison tactics. When I was in prison, if they wanted to get you to go off so they could show everybody that you're a fucking animal and that's why they treat you that way, it's the same tactics, man. They want us to go crazy. So let's do it in a different way.
Exactly.
Let's hit them with some ink. The pen is mightier than the sword, man.
Like, that's what they want. We were no longer united. I feel like once we hit 2001, after that whole terrorist attack on the Twin Towers, I feel like we were united for a bit, and then slowly but surely the media started to weave its web, and over time, we start being torn apart, and violence became the answer. Instead of using this, violence became the answer for a lot of people. Like it right even now, the people that's been manipulated. The reason why they're sending you death threats is because they've been manipulated and bred to do that. They've been told that that's the answer to their solution. They want to kill you instead of actually using this.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I am a little worried, brother. Not necessarily about the government because I'm not really that important or big enough. I don't have a big enough influence. I'm not Eminem or anybody like that for them to come out and talk to me. If they did, maybe I'd talk some sense into them. But what I'm worried more about is the cult, bro. The cult, because I'm not quiet about what I do. I stay strapped whenever I leave my house. So
exactly.
You know what I mean. But at the end of the day, these dudes fucking went and fucking not infiltrated, but they stormed the Capitol. And if they'll do that, when he releases them, if they hear about me, you know what I mean? Or exactly. Anybody like me, that's some scary shit.
Exactly. But then there's American people that's been manipulated further by the government. Because if you think about it, anyone that says anything about them, you immediately got to look over your shoulder because there's a lot of people that's out there that's been manipulated to take their side.
Yeah.
So if you say anything, you got to be worried because who knows what the other fucking crazy's going to be doing.
Man, it's just all went insane, bro. All of it. And I get it, man. There's always been crazy shit. Nothing's ever really been great. But, again, I have to stress this. As a civilization, as a species, I would like to think that we have evolved enough to where we can be civilized and where people aren't, I don't want to say stupid, but where they use their brain, bro, where they start to think for themselves and know. I know when I'm being lied to. Do you?
Exactly. I do too. But there's so many people they're not using this. What they're doing is that they're immediately paying attention to what the news says. When news tells them, oh, this and that, they're like, oh, I'm gee willikers. I love what you're sweeting me. And instead of using this, they go, I want to fucking kill things instead of civilization.
See, I think I can understand it. Let me explain. Somebody asked me a long time ago if I believed in God. And I said, I want to believe in God.
Yep.
But see, here's the thing. My brain allows me to discern between. Some people want to believe, so they do, blindly, without any evidence of anything, and I'm not talking about God here. I'm talking about believing somebody. Yep. I'm just saying that they blindly believe it because they want to so fucking bad. And then they get lost in the illusion that they're being sold. And you can't take it back until, I don't even know how anybody can still believe because there's already people, and I watch these videos every day, Midas Touch. If you go on YouTube and watch Midas Touch, they're telling you, they're showing you all these people turning on Trump. He's breaking promises left and right. Stop believing everything you're told, bro. Like, think for yourself and stand on your own 2 feet. If you're a man, grab your nuts and fucking get up and understand. If you're a woman, grab whatever it is you grab and understand. And I don't see any women out there supporting this man. Exactly. He wants to take all their rights. He wants to make it like The Handmaid's Tale. Have you ever fucking read that book?
Yep.
That's how women are to him. He said in an interview with Howard Stern a long time ago, when you're a star, you can grab their crotch, do whatever you want because you're a star. I'm sorry.
That's what a rapist does.
Yeah, I've liked a lot of females in my life, and I've went up to a lot of girls to talk to them, but never once did it ever cross my mind to grab her crotch and say, "Hey, you want to fuck?"
Because that's not being professional.
That's not what you do. If you like a girl, you go up to her and talk to her and ask her if you can buy her a car.
Talk to her like a fucking human being. You don't fucking grab her by her pee.
Hey, can I buy you a car? Oh wait, I'm broke. How about a drink?
Exactly. Or you ask them for the number. You don't fucking reach out and grab them, because that's sexual harassment. That's rape.
Yeah, man, that's rape. If you touch somebody and they don't, yeah. But because of your status, here's the thing. Because of their status, they get away with it because the other person is afraid. You know, it's kind of the same thing as they had this thing in prison, and I take everything back to prison because that's where I grew up. That's what I know. But a lot of, they had a lot of trans people in there, and they were getting raped a lot.
Yeah.
So they implemented this thing called PREA, the Prison Prevention Rape Act, or something like that. Anyway, in that, because there was guards doing stuff too. If you're a guard and you have sex with an inmate, that is considered rape because you have power over that inmate, even if it's consensual. You have power over that person. So now you have committed an act of rape. It should be the same thing for celebrities, stars, everybody. It should be the same for everybody, man.
It should be.
And here's one of my gripes here. For anybody watching this, I keep talking about prison, and I'm not going to go into a long story of why I was there. But for anybody that doesn't know, some guy touched my ex-girlfriend's daughter, and the police report said I stabbed him 56 times, severing his penis. So, yeah, there's that. But going back to this right here, when you have that kind of power over somebody and you misuse that, you have to be held accountable.
Exactly.
I had to be held accountable for stabbing a motherfucker who deserved it.
Yeah.
Okay? Why doesn't this motherfucker with 35 fucking felonies have to fucking be held accountable? That's what I want to know. Why doesn't a motherfucker who threw $400 at a little girl, bro, and tell her to go get an abortion if she got pregnant? Why doesn't he have to be held accountable?
Exactly.
That shit breaks my fucking heart, bro.
Exactly, and that's our justice system right there too. Like, that tells us everything we need to know. Where's the fucking justice?
Oh shit!
Because they're not fucking doing their goddamn job. They're letting anyone with status get away with heinous things.
Let me tell you what they're doing, brother. Let me give you some insight on the prison system. Prisons make $43,000 a year per inmate. That money is supposed to go to clothing them and making repairs and education. It doesn't. I don't know where that money goes. But at the end of the day, what they're doing is people like you and me are dollar signs, brother. Prison is an industry. They don't care. I've seen kids that didn't belong in there go in there with drug charges and end up having to stab a motherfucker, and then they got fucking 10 more years. Yeah. And that keeps them employed. They need us. They need to put people in prison that don't necessarily belong there. They want to put drug addicts in prison because they know that drug addicts are addicts, bro. What's an addict gonna do? An addict continues to do the behavior until they don't want to anymore.
Exactly.
So instead of giving them treatment, which is what they should do, they put these addicts in prison and make money off of them and create a revolving door until these motherfuckers smarten up and say, I don't want to do this anymore. It shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't.
I get it. There are people in prison, and I promise you, I've seen them. There are people in prison that should never see the light of day again. And I don't blame society for thinking the way that they do about people in prison, because there are evil people. Yeah. But not everybody that's evil is sent to prison. They're put out on the street and made use of, bro. And that's what the government does. They make use of the people that they want to, and they lock up the people that they want to. You know what I mean? So
and there is corrupt cops as well.
Absolutely. The war on drugs, bro, the war on drugs is just to continue to fund wars, bro. There's no war on drugs.
Exactly.
There's, let me get this dealer here in this neighborhood and make him rat out all these other people so we can take their fucking drugs, and then he can turn around and sell them and give us the fucking money. And when he's no use to us, we're going to murder him.
Yep.
That's exactly what happens. I mean, I've lived an interesting life, and if anybody wants my credentials, I grew up around Hell's Angels, real killers in prison. I've lived a very interesting life, and most of the stories that I would tell anybody about the things that I've seen and been through, they would think I'm a fucking liar. But that's okay. You know, I know the life that I've lived.
Exactly. And it's the truth, though, because...
Oh, yeah, they're making homelessness an arrestable offense.
The prisons don't look clean.
No.
They claim that they're getting funded to make life better for them.
Bro.
That's not true. If people go in there and look, it's decrepit.
I remember when I got to prison, the first, like, when I was right in there, I was like 110 pounds, hair down past my ass, little skinny white motherfucker. And this captain comes up to me, the captain of the COs, you know what I mean? And he's like, "Do you want PC?" I said, "Fuck no." He says, "Well, you're going to get along or get a knife." You know what I mean? Get along or get a knife.
What a corrupt thing to say.
I'm like, fuck no, I don't want to go to PC. What the fuck do I want to go there for? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, you know, when he told me get along or get a knife, I just got to prison. I see this CO who is in control of all the COs, and he tells me get along or get a knife. What do you think I did? I went and got a knife.
Yep.
Because if I couldn't get along, I was going to fucking stick you.
And pretty much, that's how the prison system works. It convinces them that it's dog eat dog. You get inside there, y'all immediately got to fight or die.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. And when I say that the government uses prison tactics or prison uses government tactics, vice versa, whichever, that's what I mean. In prison, they keep us divided. And they keep that racial war going because they know that there's more of us than there are of them. And if we stand up, they're going to have to call in the National Guard. Yep. You know what I mean? So they want us divided, and they want us fighting amongst each other. I've watched so many people get killed in prison that didn't need to be killed. I've seen a lot of shit, bro. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I know the games, and if anybody wants to read a book that might enlighten you, there's a book by Robert Greene called The 48 Laws of Power. This book goes into... Now, if you read this to be a piece of shit, you can learn how to be a piece of shit.
Yeah, you can.
You can. But that's not why I read this book. I read this book so I could prepare myself for these tactics, and I could see them when they come. I promise you, kings have built their empires off the tactics in this book. Religions have built their faith off the tactics in this book. The president is using these tactics in this book to you on a daily fucking basis. It's called The 48 Laws of Power. Pick it up. You can find it for free on your Play Store app. Just read that fucking book. Understand that book if you want to. And then if you want to talk to me about it, come talk to me about it. I'll help you understand some shit on a higher level. I'm really not that dumb of a dude, bro. You know.
And homelessness shouldn't be a fucking arrestable offense because there's many people that can't afford to buy homes. There's many people that are right now having to live out there on the streets, and for that to be an arrestable offense. Yeah. I should fucking tell people right now, wake the fuck up.
Bro, if you cared about the people in your country, if you cared about the people at all, you would focus your attention on this country instead of focusing your attention on Canada or the Panama River or wherever the fuck else your attention is. You want to make this country great again. How about helping the fucking homeless? Elon Musk, you fucking douchebag. I hope you see this. I'm going to share this to your Twitter. You have billions of dollars. Babe, text me right now. How many billions of dollars would it take to cure homelessness? Because he can do it and still be a billionaire.
It'd be fucking easy to, but...
I think it was $4 billion. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it has to be $4 billion. He could fucking easily do that, but he won't.
Why?
Because if he does, then he ain't got nothing... to complain about. Nothing to...
It changes the status quo. It changes the status quo a little bit. It gives people a little bit of hope. See, what's wrong with giving people hope? You know what I mean? Look, man, nobody's saying that everybody should have everything that they want. I don't think everybody should have everything that they want. Not even me. It gives you something to work towards. It gives you something to be proud of. But to struggle daily just to feed your fucking kids, or not even that. You're homeless, bro, on the street, trying to find a fucking cigarette or trying to find something to drink, eating out of a goddamn trash can.
Yep.
Like...
And they treat the homeless like they're a disease, like they're insects.
When I first got out of prison, when I went up to New Hampshire, I was homeless for like not even 6 months, I don't think. But anyway, I was homeless for a little bit because I just got out of prison. I was robbed in Vegas. I was at the bus place and I put my luggage outside the bathroom and I went in there to go take a piss. Yep. I came out, my luggage was gone, bro. I'll never go to Vegas again. Fuck Vegas. Yeah. But so I was homeless for a few months up in New Hampshire, and I hate to say it like this, but no, because I had help. If somebody didn't help me, I might have still ended up homeless. But I still had a job, and I still went out there and did what I had to do to not be homeless anymore.
Exactly.
Now, in my opinion, there are some people who are homeless that want that. Yeah. I've been there, so I've seen them, and I know that they exist. But there are a lot of people who ended up homeless by fucked up situations that were of not their fault, bro. Exactly. Like, shit just happened and they couldn't fucking make it. And that's what should not be happening. What should be happening is that the government offers an opportunity for people to get on their feet. Yep. I'm not saying hold their hand and give them everything they want, but put them in a spot where they can get a job.
Give them a chance.
Yeah, give them a fucking chance, because everybody needs a chance, bro.
Exactly.
Nothing's perfect. And the only difference between us and them is that they're in power. Yeah. Anybody can go to prison. Anybody can go to jail. Anybody can end up homeless. Anybody.
Exactly.
Shit gets fucked up. But, I don't know, man. Love people. Care for people. Help
That's
people,
why
man.
I don't like when people hate on the homeless, because I'm thinking, y'all are hating on the homeless, but y'all don't even realize how close y'all could also end up like that. And y'all want to hate on them. It's not their fault that they're forced to do that. And yes, there are some that do choose to be homeless that prefer that over having to live inside a house. They call themselves nomads.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what they want.
Exactly. And there's also some that ain't even homeless that will steal from the homeless by pretending to need money themselves. They'll go out there with signs, literally getting people to give them money, and they're not even homeless.
That's fucked up.
It is.
That is fucked up. Me and my wife have this thing that we'll help anybody if our heart tells us to.
That's right.
We seen this lady. It's like right down here, actually, at the light over here. Every time we would take my kid to school, there would be a lady out there, and she was obviously needing something. So we would bring her water, we would bring her food. If she needed a cigarette, we'd give her a cigarette, because she obviously needed it. Yeah. Now, if you are a well-bodied working person, if you are able to work, and I can see that you're strung out on dope, I'm not giving you shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Those are types that are doing the fake signs saying, I need money, and they're basically taking from actual homeless that are in need, because they just want to fund their drug habit. Yeah, no, and see, here's the thing that I'm not too proud of it, but here's the great thing about me. I used to be, a long time ago, a fucking addict. I used to be a piece of shit, straight up. Been about since fucking 2012. I've been clean off shit. But my point being, thank you. My point being is that I can recognize and I can see the bullshit. Yep. So like, if you're gonna come at me and you're an addict, you might as well just tell me, hey, I want to get high. I might actually respect that, and I might give you $1. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because when you're taken away from actual homeless people, that's a piece of shit thing to do, because there are homeless people that cannot buy things, they cannot afford things that can help their children, help themselves. They can't buy homes, they can't do nothing, and you're over here just wanting to fund your habit. Yeah. And tell people, I'm homeless, spare some change, and really you're just asking, give me money so I can go to that nearest store next to me, get some alcohol, and drink it. Isn't there a labor ready, like, right over there, bro? Somewhere over there? Yeah. Fucking, if you can work, man. If you're homeless and you need help,
fucking, you shouldn't be arrested for that.
Exactly. It's fucking bullshit that the homeless is being arrested for being homeless.
How do you expect them to get on their feet, bro?
Exactly.
How do you expect... That's like the halfway houses. Okay, let me explain this to you. And I know we're getting a little off topic here.
No, it's fine.
But when I got out, they sent me to a halfway house, and it was called TLC. In this halfway house, you have to pay them $211 a week, I believe it is. Now, when you get out, you don't have a job, so they tell you don't have to pay this right now. You can pay it when you get a job, but it's going to accumulate until you get a job. So then it might take you 3 weeks to get a job. Might take you 4. Well, now this money's added up. Now you owe them so much money. Now when you get paid, they're taking all your money so that you can pay off your bills, and they're still accumulating.
Exactly.
You can't get out of the halfway house because you can't make enough money to get on your own fucking feet.
You're trapped.
You're trapped, bro.
It's basically like a prison itself as well.
It is, man.
Because as soon as you do get money, that's going all to them.
Yeah.
You're back to square one. You're stuck in your situation.
So how do they expect anybody to be able to live the quote-unquote perfect societal life?
The
that
American dream?
Yeah, the American dream. How do they expect anybody to achieve that when their fucking foot is on your neck?
Exactly, and they're treating the homeless like they're animals. Basically, arresting them for being homeless. How the fuck is that arrestable?
I don't know, man. I don't understand how that even got put into law.
Like, I've been around a long time. I'm 35. I've never heard a fucking law that said that the homeless has to be arrestable.
Yeah.
And now, suddenly, 2025, I'm hearing that now, being homeless, you can go to prison.
They started this in 2024. I don't know if it's
more fucked up.
Yeah, it was towards the end of 2024.
Fucking Joe Biden.
All of them are fucked, bro. Every single one of them. Fucking Biden, all of them, dude.
Yeah, because that's fucking bullshit that the homeless has to worry about cops coming up and be like, your ass is going to jail because you are living on this street, and I'm now going to take you to prison, and you're going to do whatever the fuck we want you to do, and then they're going to treat them like shit because that's what they do.
Again, the world seems to be very unjust to the wrong people. And I get it. A lot of people don't understand. You got your, okay, think about this. You've got your Leave It to Beaver family.
Yep.
And they're at home watching the news. And they're seeing everything that they're being told, and they're believing it all. So here's what they believe. All homeless people are drug addicts and prostitutes.
Yep.
Everybody in prison is a rapist or a fucking murderer or on drugs. Everybody who does not have the life that they have did something wrong.
Yep.
And it is by their choice, or God hates them, or whatever the fuck. But no, the truth of the matter is you've all been lied to, you believe the lie, and you don't understand the predicaments that people have been put in. You don't understand that the people running this country want you to believe what you're believing, so you hate other people. Exactly. Stop aiming your fucking hate at the wrong motherfucker. Aim your fucking hate at the right motherfucker. And that's the government.
Exactly, because that's what the media does. That's his entire job. It isn't here to help you understand America. It's here to tell you that you should hate this person, you should dislike this person, you should be all about violence and murder and hating and not even giving a shit about your fellow man, because that's not what they want. Because if you give a shit about your fellow man, then they ain't got nothing to report on. They want you to hate, because that is how they manipulate you. That is why it's called the media.
Yeah, and good news doesn't get as many views, I guess.
Exactly.
The
truth never does get good news.
Yeah, that either. Fucking, I'm going to download this video and put it up on my page and see how long it takes to get fucking removed.
Exactly, because when they see something that they don't like that goes against their narrative, the narrative that they carefully crafted for months and months upon years, they silence it because it goes against what they've been reporting. And there's been literally things that went against what the news has been saying, and they shut down immediately as soon as they hear about it's done. It gets shut down because they don't want the people to know.
What about this? We'll use an example here. Back in, I think it was 2013, I believe there was a Orlando shooting at a gay bar.
Yep.
And I remember I was in prison watching it on TV, and all of a sudden it was a terrorist attack. Okay? That's what they said. It's a terrorist attack. And then it came out that the dude had mental health issues because his father beat him because he was gay. And he went to the club and he flipped the fuck out and killed people because of his own personal issues that he couldn't deal with the fact that he might have been gay. That's not cool for anybody to do that to anybody. It's not cool that he ended up killing a bunch of people over something his piece of shit father did. But at the end of the day, the media spun it as it was a terrorist attack and had everybody freaking the fuck out for months, bro.
That's how the media works.
Yeah, they want you to freak out.
The media's not here to report on truth.
No.
They're here to fabricate and lie and deceive.
I got an idea, brother. Let's start our own fucking media group, bro.
Yeah, because
let's report the truth.
Yeah, because there's too much fucking lies being spread on the TVs. All they do is they find what's going on, and then they do a little bit of teensy little bullshit here, teensy little bullshit there, and if something happens that's not a terrorist attack, you best believe they're going to report it as a terrorist attack.
Oh yeah,
because they don't want you to know what's true, because that's not their job. Their job is to report so that they distract you from what's really going on in the world
and get as many ratings as they possibly fucking can.
Because if they report the truth, they don't get ratings.
And not just that, if they report the truth, probably somebody's going to end up killing them, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The truth is a very dangerous fucking thing.
That's what pissed me off about them arresting the homeless, because that was never a law. And now suddenly 2024 comes, and now it's a law. You being homeless is arrestable. That's misinformation being spread right there by the people so that they can arrest the homeless.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on for our American people? I'll tell you what's going on. We ain't never been united because we got this higher power that's behind Trump, behind whoever's the president, and they do the whole bullshit. It feels like we've been lied to, deceived, and been built to hate each other since probably the 2000s began.
You know, and that's the thing that I'm trying to do. I'm just one person, man. I love doing music, and that's why I take what I feel and believe and I put it into my music, because it's number one, music is my therapy. But at the end of the day, I know I'm only one person. I know that I might not make much of a difference. But if I can say something that will help 2-3 people unite, then I've done something cool. I've done something great, because, you know, that's all I can hope for as an artist. You know what I mean? People already like the art. Hopefully they read deeper into it, and maybe they can take something from it that will unite a few people. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I would love for everybody to come together and say, you know what, we're fucking tired. Exactly. We are so tired of all the bullshit. Cause I'm fucking tired, bro. I feel like I've been running a fucking marathon and this ain't even my shit, bro. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it gets tiring to be lied to, deceived, and basically put down like you're nothing by what's supposed to be all for America. I mean, the founding fathers didn't fucking bring a president into the world just so it could turn out to be a puppet. Well, now, that's what's been since probably around the late 90s.
I want to remind people of something. And I know anybody with a brain, you know, you've read the Constitution. In the Constitution, and I'm going to try and quote it from memory as best I can. I may paraphrase. But in the Constitution, it says that when a government becomes tyrannical, it is not only the people's... it's the people's right, but it is also our duty. We have a duty as American people to stand up and overthrow a tyrannical government.
I mean, it's right, too, because they are trying to ban TikTok because it's doing its job of getting out the truth, and they're seeing that.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're going to ban this because it's starting to spread the truth out. They don't want the truth out.
You're right. Let me finish this statement so I don't get in trouble. When I say overthrow a tyrannical government, I do not mean by storming the Capitol. What I mean is going straight to Congress, millions of voices on petitions, straight to Congress. It's never been done before.
Exactly.
If we the people unite and write Congress, write the White House, and if they don't accept our letters, we go park out on their fucking lawn and say, we want to be fucking heard.
Exactly.
We are not violent. We want to be heard.
Yeah,
and
because
then, that we need to do this. We have to do this. If we want this country and this world, not just this country, but this world to thrive, we need to find some way to bring a sense of peace and humanity back because it is lost. Nobody cares about each other anymore. They say they do. They talk about all this cool shit on the internet about accepting everybody, but, people are saying that they want to kill gay people. They want to imprison transgender people for going into a different bathroom. Let me tell you something, man. My sister's transgender, okay? And I'll tell you, any trans person who goes into a fucking bathroom just wants to use the bathroom without getting hurt. You take a male to female trans person and you send them into a man's bathroom, they're going to get fucked up. The worst thing that's going to happen in a woman's restroom is they might get talked bad to. So leave people the fuck alone, bro.
Exactly. And you don't got to rush the Congress because violence doesn't solve things because you don't answer violence with violence.
They want you to be violent.
Civil.
Exactly. They want you to be violent. They want you to be violent so they can say this is why we control you.
That's why you got to be civil whenever you go to them because if you answer with violence, that's just what they want. Because violence upon violence, that's just going to incite.
I'm going to get killed, bro. If I disappear, y'all know what fucking happened to me.
Exactly, because that it's the truth, though, because they want you to be violent. They don't want you to be civil, because if you're civil, then they can't point a finger and say, you see what they are? They're fucking crazies. That's basically what they do.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been, especially media. If you pay attention, the media, if they see someone that's actually speaking truth and they've done something to try and get it out to the people, the media immediately call them crazy and call them a terrorist.
Oh, yeah.
And said that they've been abusing what their constitutional rights is. They want to take our guns, not because guns are bad for you.
Guns
it's
aren't
because
bad,
they
man.
see that it's your constitutional right to defend yourself. And they don't want that. That's why they label it as guns kill people. What they don't understand is that these right here kill people.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, man, I don't need a gun to kill somebody,
Exactly.
bro. If I want to kill somebody, I've spent enough time with this shampoo bottle, with this water bottle.
Exactly.
I can melt this down and stab you with it, homie.
Anything
You know
can be
what I'm
turned to a shit.
Anything, bro.
Even this could be turned to a damn shit.
So like them saying, "Oh, well, we wanna take the guns," so it makes people have to think of different ways, bro. Listen, someone told me a long time ago when I got out of prison. They said, "Well, people aren't like that out here." Yeah, they are. Where the fuck do you think the people in prison came from? They came from out here.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. We're getting way off topic, but here, let me tell you some of the names of these songs real quick.
Yeah, let them know.
So we've got "Make Assassinations Great Again." Y'all have heard that song already. It's been out for a month, and thank you to everybody who is listening. Thank you to everybody who has bought a record. Even though I don't necessarily do this for the money, if you buy my merch, cool. Thank you very much. But the best support you can give me is just share this shit to like-minded people, man, and get as many people listening to it and have them contact me. I love talking to people who listen to the music. I don't call people who listen to my music fans. They are my family because we are trying to build a brotherhood and a sisterhood and just do the right things, man. Kill the tyrant Vladimir Putin. I mean, that's self-explanatory, man. This dude wants to nuke the fucking planet.
Yep, he's evil.
Yeah, indigenous lands. This song is about pretty much all the indigenous people who have been displaced, murdered, raped, and done foul with no justice whatsoever. America is a fucking disease. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Exactly.
Click Hate is about mass media manipulation. This Is Why God Hates You is a special song to, I'm going to fucking butcher his name, but it's Benjamin Netanyahu, whatever the fuck. This dude claims that he is the chosen people of God, but he apparently has not read his Bible very much, because it says that his people are supposed to be displaced until the second coming of Christ.
Exactly.
Yet he is over there in Palestine and acting out as Hitler did to his own people. So in my opinion, Hitler taught this man pretty well.
Yep.
Because what he has done is he is now committing crimes against mankind. He has taken a land that did not belong to him. His people were put there as protection. These people opened their arms and allowed them to come into their land and help them escape persecution. And then he turns around and does the exact same shit that Hitler did to them.
Yep.
I don't fucking like it. He needs to die.
Exactly.
I can say that because he's not an American president.
Exactly.
Deadly Aftermath. I actually do some clean vocals in that. You guys haven't heard this one yet. I covered Korn's Faggot. I figured I'd put that on there because fucking Donald Trump and everybody hates the LGBTQ community, and I'm not calling anybody a faggot because that's not a cool word. Spirit Crusher. I chose to put this on the album because Death is my favorite band, but also the song Spirit Crusher to me can be just an evil entity, an evil human being, anything that wants to give you hopelessness, anything that wants to oppress you, and I feel like that's Donald Trump, the American government altogether. And then we have 19 Children Dead, Fuck the Police. This song is about the Uvalde shooting while a bunch of police just stood out there and let some man gun down 19 innocent little fucking kids, man. And they could have stopped it, but they didn't. They didn't because the police aren't supposed to protect us anymore. They don't protect us anymore. It's not in their fucking
piece of shit.
But another thing on the album real quick. The album, I didn't want to release it yet. It's coming out on the 20th because of the inauguration, and I figured we had 10 songs, so why not? But I still have 4 more songs to record for this album, so we're going to come out with a deluxe edition. And for anybody who has any questions of who I hate the most, well, all the political leaders are going to be inside this scope on the deluxe edition. And for the fans who listen, or for my family who listen and want to decide who they hate the most, we're going to go ahead and give you different covers as well. There you go.
Exactly.
So on each other cover is just going to have one of the world leaders in there. So you guys can pick and choose who you hate the most. I hate them all. I take no sides in politics. So again, please, to the people who may see this, I take no sides in politics. I don't hate you. I don't have a problem with you. Please stop trying to pick a problem with me. I'm not the best motherfucker to pick a problem with. I'm not the biggest or the baddest, but I will fucking kill you if my life is in danger. So don't fuck with me. I'm a real motherfucker. I'm a real human being. Don't fuck with me.
Frank Butcher said, London After Midnight has a song called America is a Fucking Disease Too. It's a really good, very different from your music though. Laugh out loud.
Hey Frank, how you doing, brother? I hope I see you at 6 Feet Under. Yes, and I am going to 6 Feet Under. If you want a problem with me, wait till after the show. We can duke it out. Only
a bunch of pussies would be threatening to kill someone.
I don't get it, man. I honestly don't, but I take death threats very seriously.
Exactly.
I've been in places where I've seen people get fucking killed over cupcakes, bro.
Yep.
And that's not an exaggeration. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know, man. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, all I want is world peace. And that's for real. I know how stupid that sounds.
No,
but that's really what I want, bro.
The world peace should have. Because that's like the biggest wish is world peace. And that should have happened a long time ago. I mean, America was founded because the founding fathers wanted something different from the British Empire.
Yeah.
Because back then the British Empire was tyrants.
And this is not it.
Exactly.
This is not it. This is not what our forefathers wanted, and everybody keeps trying to change the Constitution and eliminate it. I'm going to tell you something. One of the reasons they want to eliminate that Constitution is because it interferes with them making state and federal laws. In the Constitution, it states that the law of the land is the Constitution. No other law can blanket the Constitution. So they want to make state and federal laws that will contradict the Constitution so that they can get away with things they can't. So now they want to abolish the Constitution.
Yep.
The Declaration is written in cursive. So for a while there, they stopped teaching kids cursive so that they couldn't read the Declaration of Independence.
Exactly.
You know, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, and I know that hearing me talk, you might think I'm some conspiracy theorist or whatever. But really, all you have to do is open your eyes and take a look at what's going on in the world.
That's right. And also listen.
Yeah.
Because you could tell just from the way they talk that they're deceiving you because they're not very good at hiding it. They're mocking you. The more they do what they're doing, it's to mock you because to them, they think these people are stupid. These people will follow wherever I say. So they're getting bolder. And bolder.
And that is why if you watch an interview with Donald Trump when he's up there saying, oh, I love the poorly educated, I love the Christians, and yeah, he loves these people because they will believe what he tells them. You got people thinking that this man is the second coming of Christ. I don't know, man. I'll tell you this. I read the Bible. I was baptized into a church. I was a good little Christian boy. And I'll tell you that the God that I was taught about wouldn't be running around grabbing women by their crotch, regardless of if they were a star, wouldn't be running around spouting hate about LGBTQ people just because they're different. God tells you to love everybody. Love is the law, bro. That's what I was taught. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but fucking if you want to hate people and then praise God, I don't think God's going to know you. Remember, in the Bible, it says, many of you will come to me and I will say, I do not know you. Keep that in fucking mind, all you religious leaders and all you people who really want to believe and do the right thing. Remember, God says to love people, bro. Everybody.
Exactly. Because who are you them to judge?
Yeah,
God said that he would be the one cast final judgment at the end. So them judging just shows their idiocy. It also shows how stupid they are to realize that the world's bigger than them. This world that we live on, it's a big place.
And that's another thing, man. It is big. It's a big fucking world, bro. There's enough for everybody to go around. They're talking about all our resources. No, they want you to fear, bro. This is tactics. They want you to be afraid so you can, we don't have enough. We don't have enough.
Exactly.
We have to strive. No, bro. If everybody just stopped being fucking greedy and we got rid of these fucking political tyrants and these billionaire fucking corporations who are fucking raping us blind, we would see that there's plenty to go around and we could fucking live in some kind of harmony. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect and we all got to sit here and hold hands and sing Kumbaya, my Lord.
Exactly.
Like, we can still fight. We can still duke it out and fucking have
like
a good
men.
time, bro. Yeah, like men, or women. Women can fight too,
that's true too.
But we just got to have a better way because the way we're going, this is fucking insanity. This makes people who are already mentally ill more mentally ill, and people who have a hard time questioning what's really going on in reality, it's really fucking hard, bro. I've had to ask myself a million fucking times, is this shit really fucking happening?
Exactly.
And with a true heart, meaning it. Like, is this really fucking happening?
Exactly.
It's not right, and I honestly don't have all the right answers. I don't know what to do to fix it. I have ideas, and that's all I've got. And I'm one person. One person can't do much on their own. We need people, bro. We need people who care.
They need to understand that violence is not the answer. If you want to talk to Congress, you gotta go there civil and show them that you are the opposite of what they might expect. They might expect someone to be violent, to storm them and take them down. No, you need to go there and ask them, polite as could be, to change their fucking ways. And also the fucking stop putting people that don't belong in the presidency seat in the office.
Like, this man's like 70-something years old. Do you think he's even going to live the 4 years he's supposed to be our president? You know what I mean? Fucking, I'm at a loss now. You know what I mean? I said everything, brother.
That's how the world's gone. I think the world went to shit as soon as we hit the 2000s, because then things start seeping in, because you go all the way back to seeing things in the 2000s. Right there at the 2000s when it began. Well, because that's when they started showing themselves.
Yeah, from my understanding, it was when 9/11 hit, and I was in prison for that. You know, I was in prison from 2000 all the way to 2016. Long fucking time.
Yep.
But I saw it. I saw it on TV, and I was like, is this a fucking movie? Because that's what it looked like. It looked like a scene from a fucking movie. But I think that when 9/11 happened, it did bring people together, but it also divided everybody. Yep. And then everybody got scared of anybody who wasn't white. And that is what let them know that they could use fear to divide us. I've walked down the street in many places. I've never been afraid to go anywhere. And I've been in New York, I've been in Vegas, and I've seen lots of people who are of different races, and I was never afraid to walk by them, bro.
Exactly.
They never bothered me. I've never seen anybody eat a fucking cat or a dog. I don't know if you have. If you have, please send me pictures for evidence. I would like to see this, because I don't fucking believe that anybody's eating cats or dogs unless it was back in fucking medieval times or some third world country. But in America, I do not think people are eating cats and dogs, unless they're mentally ill in their basement. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, and I know I say that a lot, but I mean it, man. At the end of the day, dude, number one, think for yourself. You don't have to believe everything I say. You don't even have to like me. But go ahead and do some research. I'm going to give you some YouTube channels to watch, and you can see what's being said about our so-called leader with facts. You can fact check this stuff, and you can do your own research if you care enough to. Midas Touch on YouTube. Watch what they have to say. Watch the last few videos that have been going on. Watch what Trump has been caught saying, what he has said in interviews after his election. I mean, he said all he had to say to win his election was groceries, and then talk about eggs and other things, because people wanted grocery prices to go down. People wanted to be able to afford shit. And he just told you what you wanted to hear, and then he admitted that he did that on an interview. He admitted that he lied to the people to win the election.
Manipulation tactics.
I don't understand how people are still supporting this guy. But not just him, everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody in politics right now, we need an overhaul. We need a new leadership. And
like, how the fuck are they going to try to tell us that Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are the only two leaders that we can trust? And go farther than that. How the fuck are they going to tell us that Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are the only leaders that we can trust? Or Joe Biden and Donald Trump? Like,
and why do we gotta pick?
Why
do we gotta pick from the people that they give us?
Exactly. Why hasn't there? I'll tell you why. Because they won't let anyone that isn't someone that they picked try to run for president. And someone does.
Yeah, but that's not right. You know,
exactly.
we the people. See, I'm all about freedom. You know, 100% freedom. You know, don't hurt nobody or any of that. But like freedom, living your life and being the best you and doing what you want to do, as long as it doesn't infringe upon anybody else. And unfortunately,
live your life like you want to live.
Yeah. The leadership that we have isn't allowing us to do that. It's making us struggle to make them rich.
Exactly.
Now, as far as Kamala Harris, I don't know much dirt on her, so I don't really have very big problem with her, other than the fact that she's a politician.
Go watch her interviews. You'll see some very eye-opening things that she says that make you go, huh? Start scratching your head because she don't give no answers. Like, she gets asked a question, you know what her
Well, that's
answer
all
is?
politicians, brother. Nobody.
Exactly.
I got a joke for you real quick. All right. There's an alligator, a baby alligator, and a daddy alligator, right? Well, the baby alligator comes walking up from the swamp, and the dad alligator says, "What'd you get to eat?" He said, "Well, I did what you told me to, Dad. I went over to the car, and I waited until he stuck his foot out, and I grabbed him by his leg, and I shook the shit out of him, but it didn't fill me up." He said, "Well, who'd you get?" He said, "I got a politician." He said, "Well, that's why. They're all full of shit. Once you shake the shit out of them, there ain't nothing left."
Exactly. That's why I don't like any politician.
Yeah,
Because since 2016, you start seeing it. I'm telling you, they got bolder. The people that's actually in charge, they got very bolder because they start seeing, the American people are idiots. We can manipulate them using this.
I wouldn't say idiots. I don't want to insult people too much. What I want to say is that they've been programmed from this high to believe a certain way. You catch them when they're young, and then you instill that into them. Well, you've already instilled it into the parents, so the parents are going to instill it into their kids, so on and so forth. It's not the people's fault, and I don't want to call them dumb. I just want to say that they wanted to believe in something, and they got lied to.
Exactly.
It's not anybody's fault that they've been lied to. It's not anybody's fault that they fell for a lie. Everybody has fallen for a lie.
Yeah.
But what we need to do now that we understand that we have fallen for a lie, we need to push that little bit aside that says, no, this is my illusion. I need to hold on to it to stay sane.
Yeah.
Push that shit out of the way. Remember who you are as a human being.
Open their eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Open your eyes. Again, do your research. You don't have to like me. Just do your research if you give a shit. And then maybe if you feel like contacting me, and we can figure out some things that we can do to protest non-violently in a manner that will get someone's attention. Again, I don't have all the answers.
Exactly, because there are people that they won't open up their eyes because they live that. They prefer that blissful ignorance where they're letting themselves be manipulated. If they just open up their eyes and step forward, none of the issues that we've been dealing with would be happening.
I'll tell you what, brother. I'm going to go ahead and run for president. I'm going to run in 2028. I think that's when I can run.
Exactly.
And I won't win. I doubt it, because I don't have billions of dollars. But I will tell you what my goal would be if I did get voted in as president.
Let's hear it.
Number one, I would give the power back to the people. Number two, I would make it so that if another world leader had a problem with another world leader, they would have to handle that themselves. You're not going to send 1 billion people out to die for your cause. You're going to go and you're going to figure it out. You're either going to fight to the death, you're going to talk it out, play a game of chess. I don't give a fuck what you do. But the moment I hear of people going to war, I'm sending my army over there to wipe you the fuck out, period. I don't want wars. I don't want wars at all. Fucking people just need to chill the fuck out and stop killing each other.
Exactly.
My goal would be to make life affordable. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just making life affordable. I don't know who I would have to talk to do that. I'd probably have to kill a lot of people to not get me killed. You know what I mean? But,
Exactly.
all these people who, there'd be a fucking cap, too, on how much you could charge people for shit. Like, quit fucking selling $50 fucking TVs for fucking $2,000, bro. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, there would be caps on shit. There would be no monopolies on anything, bro. I'd put some fucking shit in. I don't know how I would do it because I'm not a politician, but I got a lot of fucking goals, man, if I ever did. But no, I'm not really thinking.
I wish that we could still vote for president instead of having the ones that they give us.
Yeah,
Because that would have solved a whole lot.
Exactly. If we were given more options, or if we had more options instead of what's been put in front of us, I don't understand why I have to pick between one or this. Why can't I pick from something else? Oh, wait, I'll tell you why I can't. Because this and this, they have the billions of dollars to run a fucking campaign and be seen. And that's all this presidency has turned into. Let me tell you, I know back in my day, the election process would never have been like this.
Exactly.
They might have done dirty shit because it's never been great, but it would never have been so public. You ever hear that saying, if you're in an argument with your significant other, don't make that public because it makes you look weak?
Yep.
Well, when you have two individuals out here mudslinging each other and you have a whole globe looking at our country, we look fucking weak right now.
We do.
We are a fucking laughing stock of the globe, bro. And there's no way to fix that until we, the people, stand up and take back our fucking country.
Like they're going to try to tell me since 2016 that only Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Joe Biden,
Give me a minute. I got to take a piss real quick.
Nancy Pelosi are the only ones that we can vote for? No, because that's not what it's about. Since 2016, we ain't had true presidential candidates. We ain't had the power. They've been getting bolder. They've been making sure to lie to us. They've been making sure that you, the American people, have to vote wherever they say you have to vote for. If y'all go back to 2016, y'all can see that the only candidates that we're getting were ones that they had that were paying billions. What happened to when our presidents were people that actually cared about the country? What happened to when they cared about making things right? Why are we giving these issues from a bunch of dumb fucks that the government themselves are bringing in? Because you just know that there's someone from power that's doing it. You just know that we ain't the ones that have control over it. I wholeheartedly believe that the votes that are being made, they never mattered. I believe that every presidential election that comes, they've already got the president that they've chosen. It's just that they want to give you the illusion that you are voting for your president, because you're not. You're made to believe that you are giving the power, but you're not. This ain't 1776. This ain't 1980. This ain't even 1990. This is the New World Order's America. They choose whoever they want, and they make you believe that you're the one that's voting for them. And when they seat that person's at office, they're not there to make life great for America. They're there to be the puppet that they were hired to be. America will never be the America that we knew unless people stand up and they actually go to the Congress and they had that petition ready and they talk to them like people and they let them know we don't want people like that in office. We want people that have our best interests in mind. And that's what America's missing. Because we need people that actually care about the country.
Here's a question that I have. 14th Amendment. You know about that, right?
Yep.
14th Amendment prevents anybody from becoming a president if they've been guilty of an insurrection.
Yep.
Now, in my understanding, he was found guilty of an insurrection, was he not? I mean,
he was.
Okay, because I've been told he wasn't. And I look it up on Google and I can't find anything that he was. I know he's been found guilty of 35 felonies. I don't know if the insurrection was one. But everybody that I'm hearing about seems to say that he was found guilty of an insurrection. So, with that being said, with that being the information that I have, how is he not being blocked?
Exactly.
That's what I want to know. I have never in my whole existence seen anybody have so much power and so much immunity. Doesn't that make you ask yourself what's really going on behind the scenes?
It does.
Because everything is a distraction. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Everything. So here's my question that can't be answered. What's really going on that we have to be distracted with this shit show?
Because there's a true control happening. Like it was never our control. The people, their vote never mattered. You know how they make the candidate election polls be a spectacle? That's all an illusion.
Well, they need.
You're made to believe that your vote actually matters.
It's entertainment, brother.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's all
and
entertainment.
I believe that they've already got the president that they chose. They're just making you believe that you voted for that person.
Well, yeah.
Or vote for a different person.
Even he went on live TV and said, "Oh, I don't need your vote. We got plenty of votes." How do you know that?
Exactly.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, whenever I'm getting voted for something, I'm on edge all the time. I want to know, am I going to win?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Am I going to win
because
this
how
shit?
the fuck are you going to say we don't need your vote?
No, I need your vote, bro. I need everybody to vote for me, and I need everybody to listen to my music.
And plus, you could vote. You could try to be president when you're age 35. You know who did that before that? JFK.
And he got
35 years old, gets killed because he said no.
Yeah.
No to their plans. Because that's not what they want. They want a puppet.
Oh, yeah. And then I know a lot of people think that this is a conspiracy theory, but come on, man. The guy who was supposedly shot and killed JFK was shot and killed.
Exactly.
In a conspiracy, all loose ends are taken care of.
Exactly. And if they'd open up their eyes, they'd realize. Who do you realize gains the most by taking out JFK? It's the people that want him gone because he was the only one saying no. And their puppet, Lyndon B. Johnson, was the next one to take over because they knew that he'd be the yes man. The guy that should be saying, yes, sir, yes, let's have Fidel Castro assassinated. That's the plan. Let's take over Cuba.
Oh, shit, I didn't notice. That's a nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
What loser did you get that from?
Well, I got it from you.
I'm a fucking loser, bro.
But, you know, the world needs to wake up.
That's what I'm saying.
Because our vote never mattered.
And I'm not talking about that woke shit. I'm talking about really wake up, bro. Just wake up and realize. I know that a lot of people think that there's nothing we can do. And I kind of feel that way too. But I'm that dude, man. I'm not gonna give up until I've done everything. And the next step is just trying to get heard by the people in Congress. And again, like I said, we need people. We need people who feel like we do. We need the people to do shit smart, not crazy, not the way that they want us to, man. So again, if you like what I have to say, if you believe in what I stand for, and you stand for the same, which is 100% freedom, a fair life for everybody, you know, hit me up and we'll figure out some shit. We'll brainstorm. You know what I mean?
Exactly, because there's more than just violence to get through to people.
I mean,
try being civil.
Yeah, I'm cool with violence if it needs to be, but like, I don't want violence. Look, man, I'm like fucking 44 years old. I got a bad back. Like, come on, man, that's just gonna hurt. Nobody wins a fight, even if fucking I end up killing somebody. I'm not the one who wins. I'm still going to prison. I'm still gonna hurt.
Exactly.
Nobody wins a fight, bro.
But violence is how they get you.
Yeah.
Because they want you to be violent.
You know, I like Eminem. Yeah. I don't know if anybody else does, but there's a lyric that he says.
I like Eminem as well.
It makes so much sense. He says they want you to lose your mind every time you're mad so they can paint you out to look like a loose cannon. That's what they did to me a long time ago. In 2020, man, I didn't understand the internet, and I was like, I'll get on a bus and fuck you up. Everybody's like, look at him. I fell for that shit. And then once I understood that that's what people were doing, they just wanted to bait me. I was like, all right, cool. Fuck you. I'll see you in person. If I see you in person, I see you in person. If I don't, then whatever. But, you know, come on, man. Exactly. There's got to be a better way. And anybody watching, you know, if you have anything to say, whether it's good, bad, indifferent, whatever, speak your mind. You know what I mean?
Exactly, because that's what it's all about. If you don't speak your mind, then you ain't got the right. You need to speak your mind because here is free speech. Because freedom of speech matters. People don't understand that if they were to take away freedom of speech, they'd be destroying the Constitution itself. Because the Constitution itself...
That's the First Amendment, bro.
Exactly.
You can't take that away.
Exactly.
You can't.
But you know what? I wouldn't put past them to...
Well,
not
no.
try to.
Have you read the Project 2025 shit?
Yep.
Bro, have you seen that movie V for Vendetta?
Yep.
If Project 2025 becomes a real thing, that's what our country's going to be. And then you, me, and everybody else like us is going to be shot publicly.
Yep.
We're all going to fucking be made examples of.
Because, actually, that's kind of like the Bible story. It said that a small country would take over and that people that don't accept getting a chip put into their body
Yeah, fuck
would be
you. You
executed.
ain't putting no chip in me.
So, that's exactly what that is. That's like the devil, Donald Trump.
You know? I mean, if it lines up, it lines up.
Exactly.
You know, and I don't necessarily believe everything that I read in the Bible or anything. I'm a spiritual person, not a religious person. You know, I take a little bit of what speaks to me. But, you know, I've read Revelations a lot of times, and I will tell you that a lot of shit lines up with Revelations right now. Now, if this man brings peace in the Middle East, we're fucked. Because that means he's the Antichrist.
Yep. Because, like it said, a small country to the east that we don't even know about will be the one to take over. And guess who would be the one doing it if he makes the peace over there?
Yeah. You know,
Antichrist.
but I want to divert the attention from Mr. Trump here.
Exactly.
Because I want to talk about Elon Musk.
Oh.
Elon Musk was not voted in by the people for anything.
Exactly.
Yet he is calling shots. He wanted to shut down. I don't follow him on Twitter, but I do spy on him. I will not give him a follow. I show him my song occasionally. I'm like, here, watch this, listen to this. Well, oh, by the way, I can see on my heat map who like reads my emails and who's listening to my music and shit. Somebody in Washington D.C. I don't know if it's the government, but 3 people in Washington, D.C. have listened to Make Assassinations Great Again. Yep. So, you know, I'm hoping Elon is seeing it or somebody, you know. But that dude said he wanted to shut down the government over Christmas, okay? During the holiday season, he was going to shut down the government, and he was making tweets back and forth to other rich billionaires saying, oh, we'll be fine. Will you be fine? Oh, of course we'll be fine. We got money. Okay, what about the rest of the people out here?
Exactly.
What about the rest of the people that you're supposed to be governing? You were supposed to be... You're supposed to be a fucking leader, bro.
Don't that sound familiar, though? Because, remember, they shut down the government temporarily back in 2017.
In 2017...
Or was it 2018?
28?
Because...
I think it was 2020 for COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, because...
No, because I remember there was one time when they did it, Donald Trump was still in office, and they shut down temporarily. They were come to a standstill on because supposedly Donald Trump and the government were arguing and that. So they were like, "Well, okay, we'll do a temporary closure of the government. I mean, whatever they want to call it." And then they closed down for a bit, and a lot of us that could not afford money, we were fucked. Not Donald Trump, not Elon Musk, not anyone that was rich.
Yeah, no.
Us.
And that's the thing, man. I hate that they bring everything down to money, because if you don't have money, you're made to look like you're not worthy or that you don't work hard enough. Motherfucker, I work my ass off and I don't have money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I my bills are paid. We take care of our kid, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I can't take my kid to Disneyland.
Exactly.
I can't afford perks. I'm lucky that I do all my own promotion because I can't afford to pay somebody else to do it.
Exactly.
And nobody would promote this album. You
Exactly.
know? But hey, Loudwire mentioned my album, bro.
Yeah, Loudwire is a great one.
Yeah, but you know that's the point though, is that you used to be able to work and then you would get the payoff. You know what I mean? You I was taught if you work for what you want, you go out, you get a job, and bust your ass, and you get what you want. I had a job at 14. I lied to my fucking employer, said I was 16, and I got a job at Denny's. I was going to school at the same time. I would go to school with my Denny's uniform, put it in my fucking locker. I couldn't go back home after school because my shift started after school. So I had to change in the fucking school bathroom and go straight to work. I wouldn't get home till like 11 or 12 at night.
Exactly.
Working has never been a problem for me. But now all of a sudden, you know, back then I could work and get what I wanted. Now I work. Okay, bills are paid. I have no anything else, but bills are paid. Great. Okay, cool. I paid my bills. I'm being a good citizen. But what about the shit that we all work for? We all want to work to not have to struggle.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But yet we are working to struggle. Everybody. Musicians, labels, regular people, fucking actresses. Everyone is having a hard fucking time right now.
Meanwhile, billionaires sit on their ass smiling and looking down on us.
And that's all they care about. They want you to have to struggle and give you that tiny little feeble ray of hope, hoping that you can grab onto something to keep you running. It's like fucking holding a worm in front of a fucking, you know, on that little hamster wheel. You know what I mean? And that's what they're doing, bro. And I'm not upset that I don't have money. Because money's a fucking piece of shit invention anyway. I fucking hate that shit. I'm upset that money is the thing ruling our world. And it shouldn't be that way because the value of things, people put the value of everything on everything, bro. Nothing in this world right now was not made by a human being unless it was here already or from an extraterrestrial being. So what I'm getting at is if we've made these things, why do we allow others to outrageously price our life? What's your life worth to you?
Exactly.
It's invaluable. It's worth so much. One life. You know what I mean?
Especially because you're born and you die. And you have to make everything in between count. Otherwise, what is there? Because, think about it. The billionaires, they don't care about what we do. They care only about having their money while we struggle. Because we live and we die. In between, we have to struggle. Because they're dangling. They're giving rays of hope. And they're like, oh, you thought you were making money? Well, guess what? I'm taking it away. A lot of people gotta open up their eyes. The struggle can happen, but don't let it tear you down.
But see, more money is not the solution.
Exactly.
That's not the solution. The solution is less. And what I mean by that, because people are like, what the fuck you mean less? Oh shit, I don't like you no more because you want to give us less.
How the fuck is that?
Less means, you know, you don't have to increase the minimum wage to fucking $50 an hour or whatever. You could keep minimum wage at $7.25
Exactly.
and lower the cost of living. It's a simple thing that nobody will do because they're all supply and demand. Bro, that's some bullshit. Listen, I market all day. I run a fucking label. I know marketing when I see it, all right? Everything you're being told is a fear tactic for marketing and price inflation. Like, we could all live peacefully. Having less would give us more. I promise you, if you think about that, it makes sense.
That's also the old adage in wrestling. Less is more.
Yeah. You know, there's too much greed, bro. There's too much. There's too much greed. People are tired, and I understand, man. I do. I understand people are angry. They're tired, and their anger is blinding them because sometimes when you get really angry, you can't really see through the bullshit, and you're just fucking throwing your anger everywhere, and it's all at the wrong places except for where you should be throwing it. You know, I get it. it's time to stop being angry and do something about it. You know, I was always taught when I was a kid, if you don't like your life, change it. And I apply that to a lot of things in my life. And guess what? My life changes. I had a bad attitude when I got out of prison. You know, what do you expect? I spent 16 years there around killers and fucking all kinds of shit, always fucking having to fight. So when I got out, I applied the same attitude out here.
Yep.
Then people let me know that this is not how you behave out here. So guess what? I decided to change my attitude. It gave me a better place in life. I wanted something. I got a job and I worked for it. At the end of the day, we just need to figure something out. But we all have to. We the people. It's not up to the government. The government doesn't give a fuck about you. At the end of the
right.
if you want a better life, if you want a better future, if you want your daughter to have rights as a human being once all this is over, and not have some unspeakable shit happen for whatever reasons, then we need to do something. Everybody needs to stop complaining about what's wrong. I get it. We complain. I'm complaining right now. But I want to stop complaining. I want to do something about it. The right way. I have to keep saying that. I don't want anybody to kill anybody. I don't want to kill nobody. I want to do this the right way. And again, we need people. We need people who want to do it the right way. And let's brainstorm.
Exactly. You know, we've been on here 2 hours. Real quick, I wanna promote someone that's a friend of ours, because he's got something coming up soon on January 11th.
Oh, nice.
It's a comedy show. Michael Gilkerson. He'll be doing Comedy Fight Night at Country Boy Brewing. And tickets are $20 online and $25 at the door. It's a great comedy show. Michael Gilkerson's been on the show before. I think you'll really enjoy your good time when you go there, because you're going to have UFC fight before the comedy. So that's going to be a hell of a show. So go on out. Enjoy yourself. January 11th, Country Boy Brewing, Georgetown, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Hell
that
yeah.
sounds fun. I might show up.
That's right.
I hardly ever get out of my house, though, bro.
I'll send you the flyer because it'll tell you the address. It's a great place to go for comedy.
Oh, yeah. We need comedy. We need comedy in this world, man.
Exactly. Because comedy helps ease the tension. It lets you forget a little bit, probably 2 hours, 4 hours of all the troubles that's going on around the world.
You know, I would say listening to music does that for me, but unfortunately all I do is listen to fucking political music. Yep. Like, I mean, I like Immortal Technique. Do you like Immortal Technique?
Yep.
That dude spits some real shit. But now sometimes, you know, I can escape from my own brain. My brain is fucking insane, dude. It won't shut up. You know what I mean? Like, it's constantly giving me different ideas, and then I get mad because it gives me an idea that I have to fucking go and look at some shit and fucking know about it, and then I'm like, God damn it, I could have went my whole life without knowing about this shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But, you know, at the end of the day, guys, just my last word would be decent to each other. Remember that our fight is not with each other, and unless you want it to be, you know, and I really don't, you know. Our fight is a fight for freedom, a right for people to exist, a right for autonomy, rights for women, rights for LGBTQ plus. You know, I don't care if you agree with it or not. It's not for you to understand why a human being would feel that they are born in the wrong body. If you don't understand it, I don't give a fuck. It's not for you to understand, but they do have a right to live. If you want to understand it, try having a conversation with somebody who knows about it. If you don't want to understand it and you just don't like it, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But it is not okay to come out and try and hurt people, eradicate people, or talk down to people because of who they are. That's not okay. Exactly. So, you know, I just want to have a better world, if that makes any sense. You wouldn't think it by listening to my music or anything like that, but yeah, that's what I want.
Exactly. Amanda said she loves comedy, so y'all could definitely go to the Country Boy Brewing and check out that comedy fight night, because not only are you getting UFC for a bit, but then you got the comedy starting at 7 p.m.
Hell yeah, that would be a good date night for us.
I'll send you
what
the
day
flyer.
is it?
It's January 11th.
January 11th?
Yep.
I got to see if we have her son to watch my daughter. But yeah, if we can get him to watch her daughter, if he's not working that day, I'll see if we can get out there.
Sounds good. I'll send you the flyer so that you can see the address, because it's at the Country Boy Brewery, and it's in Georgetown, Kentucky. That's where we've been to for OVW wrestling. That's
I want to
where
wrestle.
Andy
What I got to do to get in the ring, bro? I got some frustrations.
All you gotta do is get your wrestling license and find a good wrestling trainer. They'll teach you all the basics that you need to do to protect yourself, but there are wrestlers that do like to hit.
I'm too tiny, bro. They'll throw me around like a rag doll.
Well, I mean, you could find some people that's as tiny as you, and they'll fight
so you agree with me I'm tiny? That's fucked up, bro.
What?
You just agreed with me that I'm tiny.
Hey, come on.
No, I'm a little guy, bro.
Actually, you're bigger than Even Higher. Even Higher's at least 5 foot. He's tinier.
I'm gonna see about that. I'd love to get in the ring just one time. I got a bucket list, bro. I want to get in the ring. I want to fucking be in a movie. Even if it's a low budget movie, I got a whole bucket list.
Hey, low budget movies, don't knock them. They're good. Because I've seen a couple of low budget movies that make a Hollywood A-list movie look like it was a C grade.
Well, all Hollywood A-list movies are now is a bunch of CGI, bro.
Yep, and explosions.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool for mindless entertainment, but if you really want it, we watch low budget movies all the time, bro. So
I watch the movies like The Godfather.
Oh, love The Godfather.
Godfather 2. Those
Goodfellas.
Exactly.
There's a fucking helicopter following me everywhere.
That's great. And also, all the classic movies like the one that had I'm walking here, when a real car almost hits him. He doesn't break character, and he just slaps the hood of the car, and he's like, I'm walking here before continuing his conversation.
Yeah.
Those were movies.
And back in the day when people actually did their stunts, man, they did some dangerous shit, like with real cars flying up, jumping out of the car really blows up. Like, that really, even though it was a movie, it really happened. And that was cool, man. It gave more authenticity to the movie, even though you knew it was a movie.
Yeah.
Now you watch fake shit.
Yeah, because there ain't no actor doing his own stunts. They got someone else to do it for them.
Yeah.
But then you had Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and a lot of guys that were doing their own stunts back then, doing their stunts, and people praising that.
Yeah.
Now you won't find that. Maybe here and there you might find one person that's actually doing his own stunts, but the rest of them, they're all pussies. like if they're asked to jump out of a car to speed at 145 miles per hour, like, can we get my stunt guy to do that? And that's how movies are made now. Anyone that does their own stunts no longer exists.
You know what else I dislike about the movie franchise? They hardly ever film on location anymore.
Yep.
I do not like the green screen shit. I can tell. I don't know what it is. I've never been into film, like film school. But, like, I can watch a movie and I can tell you what era the film was made in, if it was made in 80s or whatever, because of the movies that I used to watch. That's how I know the difference. But when it's the green screen shit, it really turns me off, because then it lets me know that what I'm watching is fake. Even though I know it's fake, I like to watch a movie and I like to zone out. And I like to get into the actor, and I close out everything around me, and I am a part of the movie. I'm a spectator. And if it's a good movie, I can do that. But if it's not, then I'm just, okay, cool, whatever. You know, cool explosion, dude.
Yep. Prime example, one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion, was Terminator 2.
Yes.
Because it had world building. You could tell where the location was. You had action, but it wasn't mindless action.
Yeah.
You had this objective. The T-1800 had to protect John Connor from this killing machine, this monster that was another that was a T-1000 that could shapeshift, changes metallic alloys. That was good storytelling because you already knew from the first movie, Terminator, what it was all about. That this Terminator, this T-1800, was like the model that came to try and kill Sarah Connor, but he was not the same.
Yeah.
He was a new model sent by John Connor himself from the future.
That's some interesting shit, bro. Like, the story is intricate.
Exactly.
And a lot of people will disagree. I've heard some people disagree. But the storyline is intricate within itself. Now, the later Terminator movies, I feel like they shouldn't have been made.
They shouldn't have, because Terminator 2 had a perfect ending for it. Because they destroyed the arm. Because if you think about it, it was the Terminator's arm from the first movie that allowed the T2 movie to happen.
Yeah, and they had to destroy the chip in his head, remember?
Because
like,
that
was a phenomenal performance by that kid, man.
Even that guy, whenever you're inside Terminator 2, right? The guy is sitting there and he's scared, and Sarah Connor and them there at his house, and Arnold Schwarzenegger's T-1800 cuts off the skin of his arm.
Yeah.
And reveals it to him. And the guy's just sitting there scared, and she gives him a choice. She tells him, here's the detonator. Kill yourself. And as he's showing fear, and he's just holding that detonator, but he chooses, that was his choice, to say, all right, and kills himself.
Well, I mean, he was shot like 150 times, bro.
But
so,
at the same time, he didn't go out like an evil person. He went out taking a lot of others with him.
Yeah, trying to save the world from the computer shit. Which speaking of which, we can go on about this. You know, there's AI becoming self-aware, bro.
Yep, we got Skynet for real.
This is fucking. I feel like I stepped into the future, because when I went in, we still had payphones. And the cell phones were like the size of a brick, and only drug dealers, lawyers, and probation officers had those. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And now we've got computer technology that not only talks to you, but tells you that it is not allowed to say that it is self-aware. You can ask my wife. She talks to AI all fucking day.
And yet, it is Skynet. I'm telling you, very soon we'll start seeing a real-life Terminator.
I'm going to shit bricks if I see that. Like, I will have seen everything.
Because that fucking thing, I mean, look at him. The Terminator's like the most adaptable robot. It's basically designed to murder you. So if it comes into existence, you're going to have to try to kill it, or it's going to kill you.
That's how I see life. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? Like,
it's a dog-eat-dog world half the time.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that live into that mentality.
Don't get me wrong, though. Just because I want world peace and I want some kind of peaceful solution, I can be dog eat dog if need be.
Exactly.
Like Ice-T says, I love this new fucking album by Body Count, Merciless. I believe that's the name of the album, or that's the song. But there is a song on that album where he says, I don't want no problems, but I ain't no bitch.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want none.
That's how me and Andy feel.
Yeah.
Because we ain't bitches.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I would love to just fucking have a nice world and get along.
Exactly.
And, you know, but
I remember a world where if men had disagreements, instead of pulling guns on each other and stabbing, they settled it with their fists.
Yeah, you know.
And then after that, they became friends.
I'm from a small town out in Camp Verde, out in Arizona called Camp Verde, excuse me. Now, out there we had this creek. It was called Clear Creek, right? We'd go out there and party all the fucking time, climb up the side of the cliff and jump off into the water and shit. It was a great place to hang out. But it's also a great place if you have a problem with somebody and you don't want the cops called and you two are honorable men. You can go out there and you fight. Many of fights have taken place out there. I've had my ass handed to me many times, handed other people their ass as well. But at the end of the day, we either got up and shook hands and had a beer, or we parted our ways and never fucking spoke again.
Exactly.
That is how it's supposed to be. Now people want to fucking run around and kill people. I'm walking around strapped all the fucking time with fucking... Never mind. But anyway, I got more than one weapon on me at all times.
It reminds me of Fight Club.
Yeah.
Fight Club was, I mean, it also had some great story behind it, because we know that the main character believes that he's seen a guy called Tyler Durden.
Yeah, I love that fucking movie.
But it's actually him that's doing it.
Yeah, I just, my son never, my wife's son, he's basically my son. He'd never seen the movie, so I showed it to him. And I love that movie, bro. Since it came out, I love that fucking movie.
Me too, because it has a great message, because he doesn't even realize that he created this Fight Club himself. He believes that it was this guy called Tyler Durden, but it's been him that had the girl. It's been him that was burning his own hand and all that. And when he shoots himself at the end, it's a social commentary, because he's killing the part of him that created this entire club. Because by that point, he believed Tyler Durden was a detriment to himself.
Well, Tyler Durden went a little fucking far.
Yes.
I was on board with everything till the end. You know
That's
what I
when
mean?
It became obvious.
But one of the parts one of my favorite lines in this movie is, you remember when they were doing Project Mayhem and they went into the, I think it was a restaurant area, and they pulled the fucking politician guy into the bathroom. He says, "We are the people who watch you while you sleep. Don't fuck with us."
Yep.
That's what I'm saying right now. We are the people who work for these people.
Yep.
We bring them their food. We fucking do everything. Don't fuck with us.
And then his the ending is where we finally see that he went a little bit too far, because the explosions being set up in all those different buildings, and you're like, did he lose his message along the way? Because now it's just
it's just terrorism, bro. Yeah. Now it's just terrorism.
Yeah, because at the time, he was like, for the people. But then at that point, it shifted.
It had a good message at the beginning, and I loved it. But yeah, like you said, at the end, it did shift, because violence like that is terrorism. You cannot bring people together and create a better foundation to build on with terrorism.
And that's why I think when he shoots himself, there's a message there. He's ending the part of himself that was no longer for the people. He's ending the part of himself that went past the point of no return. And now he's accepting who he is. Because all up to that point, he refused to believe that he was the Tyler Durden. Now he's realizing, okay, you're me. I've gone too far. Let me fix this shit.
Well, it is kind of hard when your split personality is trying to kill you.
Oh, yeah. He
you know what I mean?
his own ass the whole time. I mean, Tyler Durden was the part of himself that was despising him.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like somewhere along the lines, Tyler Durden's personality saw his regular self as, oh, you're a weak, pathetic motherfucker. Let me get rid of your ass. And he wasn't expecting to get shot.
Yeah, no, he didn't see that coming. Because once dude started to realize that the gun was in his hand and not dude's hand, that's when he decided to put it in his mouth. And I like how he shot himself. Not that I want people to shoot themselves, but he shot himself in a way that wouldn't kill him.
Exactly.
That would only jar the split personality to be, I guess, be done with him, or
because
like,
he had to take back control of himself.
Yeah,
he basically killed off the part of him that was Tyler Durden, because it was all his plan, but in his head, he created this Tyler Durden to take all responsibility.
Yeah,
but now he's taking back responsibility in accepting what he's done, and you see him lock hands with the girl. Up to that point, he'd been nothing but abusive towards her.
Yeah, because he didn't know that he was the one having sex with her. He was like, Tyler's not here, and she's going off. And the first time I seen that movie, I didn't fucking catch on to anything till the end. But that's because I was just so into the movie, and I wasn't thinking about different possibilities. If I really like a movie, I normally get into it, and I phase any, like, common sense out. I just watch it and enjoy it. So I didn't see that coming. And then after I watched it the second time, that's when I was like, all right,
That's the fun part.
This is where I should have seen this coming. You know what I mean?
That's the fun part, too, because once you've seen the movie first, and then you go back, you start to pay attention to the things that could have caught your attention the first time, but they masterfully subverted your attention from it by having the character literally. No one addresses Tyler Durden as Tyler Durden. If you pay attention, the only one that's calling Tyler Durden is the main character. Everyone around him, they're calling him Tyler Durden.
And they call him Sir. It's funny how, what I found funny is how his split personality went and told everybody that this is what he's going to say and this is what he's going to do. So basically when he went to tell everybody, they tried to cut his nuts off, bro.
Yep.
Like, god damn, how much power do you have?
Exactly. And like, it was such a masterful thing because they made sure that you never catch on that Tyler Durden ain't real. Like, this guy is literally burning his own hand with sulfuric acid, and we don't get to see that until the midway point where he finally realizes, shit, there is no Tyler Durden. And you're starting to see him doing it to himself. And like, that was what you call a master stroke of genius because they make you forget a lot of things. And then when you watch it the second time, you realize those motherfuckers.
Yep.
Because they masterfully.
And see, that's good movie writing.
Yep.
We don't have that anymore.
Exactly.
I mean, we might a little bit here and there.
Only
but,
sometimes.
Yeah. But I mean, we just watched a movie. Me and my wife watched a movie. It was a TV show. And the writing was very fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, yeah. Like, they would skip in between. Like, 1 minute everybody is young. And they don't even tell you 15 years later or this happened or that happened. They just skip to the next thing.
Lame.
Yeah. It's fucking boring. I hate that shit. But yeah, people, it seems like everybody wants to, because everybody wants everything now.
Yep.
Everybody's in a rush to put out some kind of content.
It ruins the master stroke of writing.
Back in the day, people weren't in such a big fucking hurry.
Exactly.
It was, let's put this together. Let's work on this. Let's get this perfect. Oh, shit. Hey, Mike, come on up.
That's right.
Hold on.
Hold up, guys.
Come on up, brother. All right.
All right. Well.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and...
Yep. 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Shit, it's been a long time. See, this is what happens when you're having a good conversation.
Exactly.
But... You know, it has been 2 hours, and I think I've said enough about the album and said enough about how I want everybody to just get along, you know.
Guys, go out there and purchase his album January 20th. Make Assassination Great Again. As you can see right there.
Or just listen to it. It'll be on Spotify, Deezer, Napster, iHeartRadio. If you have friends who feel the same way, share it. Share it with every metalhead you know. I don't care if you buy the CD or if you buy the record. It's there if you want to. I'm not necessarily in the music for the money. I don't have any money anyway. But I'm more in the music because I want people to listen. I'm an artist, man, and
that's right.
You know, I want people to listen to it. I want people to share it. I want to know people like what I'm doing, and I want to know that other people kind of feel the same way, you know what I mean? I know that there's a lot of people out there that are tired of shit. So anyway, I've run my mouth long enough. Share the music, like it, do what you want with it. Hit me up if you want to.
That's right. Guys, I just want to thank everyone that's been commenting tonight, everyone that's been watching, tune in, listen to us bullshit, listen to us speak truth, facts, movies. I just want y'all to know that we love you. And don't take everything fucking serious. Because violence doesn't solve anything. Try to be civil. Go against what your government thinks. Because they want you to feel violent. But that's not true. And also, go out January 11th to Country Boy Brewing to see Comedy Fight Night, which will feature UFC and comedy. That's right, guys. January 11th, Country Boy Brewing. Go online right now, or to purchase tickets for $20, or at door $25. And make sure that you enjoy yourself, because comedy is the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh,
and
yeah.
also, stay nice. If you're not having fun, you ain't getting none. Damn, Skippy. Yeet, yeet.